Howdy ho, you handsome hunk. Grab a snack and gain some chunk. If your day is great or really sunk, we hope to help you shake the funk. So if you're good to hear some junk, buckle up, it's the Junk Monk Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Junk Monk Podcast. I'm your host Kandyce Sloan, who you know from Instagram at Hardens and Hardhats.
And I'm Noah, your co-host, who you know from at Noel Hernandez.
And I'm your guest host, Emma, who you know from Made in Love on Instagram and TikTok.
If this is your first time listening, let us fill you in. We are watching and reviewing every episode of the USA hit TV show Monk right here each week.
And we're going to do so while eating a little bit of junk. So I've got my junk food here, which is actually Fruit Loops in a cup, and it's pretty sad, to be honest. But I also have 3 Reese's Thins.
They're also knockoff Fruit Loops, by the way. And I have Cheez-Its, name brand Cheez-Its.
Oh, wow. You really
And I
throw it
have
out there.
some circus animal cookies.
Also, you must know I have seen every episode of Monk. I'm a huge fan, started watching in 2007, and for the most part watched it as it aired.
I've seen seasons 1 and 2, and those we've done on the show, and a few scattered here and there in different seasons.
I've seen about 3 episodes of Monk, but I enjoy the show when I catch it, so I'm excited to talk about this one today.
And now, if you're ready to start the show, Toby, take it away.
Here's what happened.
Nailed it. Okay. All right, guys. This is Mr. Monk is Someone Else, Season 8, Episode 4. So here's what happened. In the opening scene, we see what appears to be Mr. Monk crossing the street when he is struck full force by an oncoming bus. We learn that this is not Mr. Monk after all, but a notorious mobster, Frankie De Palma, and the FBI needs Adrian's help to stop De Palma's next target from being murdered by another hitman. He obliges and goes undercover in Los Angeles when he quickly is introduced to someone who reveals the target, Stanley Greenblatt. However, Stanley is an unlikely hit and no one can seem to tell why someone would want him dead. Monk pushes off the killing for as long as he can, only to find Stanley dead of a heart attack. While the captain is telling Monk it's all over, Adrian sees a clue in his office. 2 birthday cards. Stanley had also had 2 birthday cards on his mantle addressed to Dad. Monk realizes that Stanley had 2 children even though one of them was supposedly dead. It turns out the hit on Greenblatt was actually to trick his dead son Alvin to come out of hiding for his father's funeral. Alvin had apparently embezzled money from the mobsters. The ruse worked and the gang is too late to retrieve Alvin from the funeral. But fortunately, Monk is able to pull off one last undercover operation to save Alvin's life. The case is closed, and Frankie De Palma is dead for good.
Wow.
All right, that was Mr. Monk is Someone Else.
Candace, what did you like about this episode?
Well, first, I like that Emma's here.
I know.
I kind of like it too.
We're all so excited. It's been a very long time since we had a guest.
Yeah.
I think Q was our only other guest that we had for an actual episode. He was for Mr. Monk Can't See a Thing. Mm-hmm. So we had a lot of fun talking about that. And that was his first episode. Now, Emma, which episodes have you seen?
Okay, I've seen a couple scattered here and there. The one I really remember is the astronaut one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think we all watched that one together.
Yeah,
and
I
really
think
liked
so.
it.
Okay.
I think I remember that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've seen the 100th case, right?
Which one is
The
that?
one that was like a documentary.
I don't think I watched the full thing.
Oh, you didn't?
Did I?
Probably not the full thing.
There was another one you talked about watching with her. Was it the bank episode? It was.
We watched The Bank.
Honestly, they're starting to mix with psych episodes.
Oh,
So I'm like, wait, was that Gus or Monk?
with Randy, and he's like silver.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love Randy in that episode.
Okay, yeah. Okay, there you go.
We know him.
That's our
Okay.
friend Jason.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so see, now we know Jason. Now you kind of know Jason. So it's all coming full circle. Okay. All right, so let's see. Pretty much everything, Frankie De Palma is hilarious.
Yes.
But the first thing that opened, the shocking opening scene.
Yeah.
That had to be like the shortest one ever. It was like literally 30 seconds long.
27 seconds to be exact.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was so short, and you're just like, I mean, I obviously knew, like, it wasn't Monk and all the premise of the episode was, but what did you guys think when you saw it? Like, what was your...
Okay, well, right off the bat, I knew something was up. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Something always is in a Monk episode.
Well, right, yeah, that's true. Like, what was off? Because I feel like I don't want to put words in your mouth. Like, I think this is what looked different. So what made you think that something was up?
Well, immediately, Monk would never jaywalk.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that would ever happen.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good one. Dang.
I put the newspaper. He's like fiddling with his newspaper and he's like reading it sideways and stuff, and he's like, he's not really, trying to keep it straight or anything.
Okay.
He's just, reading a newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought that was weird.
Right. See, I just thought it was I don't know if this makes sense, but like the camera work in general.
Yeah.
Like it was how it was showing him walking across the street. You're like, you know what's about to happen. But again, I did know what's about to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what did they think was going to happen? So then what did you think whenever he got hit by the bus?
Wait, how did you know?
Well, because I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, you don't remember the first time you seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
I personally was like, what did I say to you? Did you write it down?
No, that's what I'm asking.
Did I say like holographs or something?
No, you said you did say
I said it was like a guy who looked a lot like Monk or something.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say, like a twin,
Okay,
but not
that
a
was
twin.
actually pretty close.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A twin, but not a twin. A doppelganger. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. Emma, what did you think? Did you have
Well,
anything?
one, I was just confused because Monk would never cross the street. That was literally the opening scene. I was like, Monk would not. Where's the sidewalk? Where's the crosswalk? He would only be on the crosswalk. That's all I know.
So basically, when he dies and gets hit by the bus, you're just thinking like, well, yeah, no, there's something's wrong because he wouldn't have crossed the street. So this is like some type of dream or some fake fictitious land that never happened. That makes sense though.
Oh, a dream's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I actually didn't either till I just said it. So Noah, what's your first like?
My first like is I also put interesting opening, but they totally set us up for like Monk being dead because Natalie's crying in the opening scene or second opening scene.
Yeah, after the credits. Yeah.
And she's crying, and then it pans down, and she's reading Marley and Me. And then weren't you like whenever we watched it, weren't you like, hey, that's a movie?
Yeah. Well, I
didn't know it was a book. I didn't know it was a book.
I didn't. Oh, I think I assumed it was a book, but I've never seen the movie. But apparently, it's like one of the saddest movies ever.
With the dog. And
Yeah.
dead or something.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't seen
I
it.
guess that's a pretty good joke.
Yeah, exactly.
her
Like it was
crying.
such a well-known movie. I think at
Yeah.
the time. I think
It's still
I think
a
it's an
well-known movie.
Owen Wilson movie. I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's old. So.
It is dogs. That's all I know.
All right, Emma. What's your first like?
Okay, my first like, it's a bit down the line, I think. Like later on in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So my first one that I wrote down is Monk's temporary memory loss after studying, because I kind of felt I related with him in that moment. I was like, what if I forget everything as soon as I come on the podcast? So I just felt Monk in that moment. And yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites.
I like that too because, Kandyce, you know how whenever they drag out jokes really long?
Yeah.
I love that they didn't do that. They made it like a quick joke, and I was totally ready for them to make it like 30 seconds long, and it was like 4 seconds. I was so proud of them.
Like, because he does it really good. He's like, my parents were Joseph and Helen, blah,
Yeah.
blah. We lived here. We did this. I blew up this guy's thing. I made it look like an accident. Did all this. And he's like, all right, you got it. And he's like, no, I don't. No, it left.
I just forgot everything.
What left? Everything. It's all gone. No, wait. It came back. Nope, it's gone again.
And that's it.
Yeah, and then that was it. Yeah, and then the guy, he the agent. I don't remember his name. I wrote it down somewhere, but Agent Agent Stone, the FBI agent. He's like, yeah, no, Monk, you got this. He swaggers. Yeah, he swaggers. And Monk's just like walking around the room swaggering. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I put Monk Gets a Makeover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I had that one too.
They play the cool music and he
Yes.
gets all dolled up and they show like everything. His cufflinks and his rings and his tie and everything. What did you guys have about that? Anything?
No, that was definitely my favorite. Just seeing Monk dressed nice, it was cool.
Yeah, it was like a suit-up scene in like superhero movies.
Yeah, like a Batman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like putting on his rings. I was like, he's stripped out and he has this gun in his pocket.
Oh yes, the gun.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What's that called?
The sheath? No.
Oh,
It's
in
not
his
a
sock,
sheath.
on his ankle.
Like,
holster.
Yeah,
yeah,
his ankle
holster.
holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he has the picture of Frankie on the
Oh,
mirror,
yeah, and he's making
like
faces.
he's like mean mugging it with the cigar. Like it's so good. That was so funny.
My next like is, what do I have to do with this? Mr. Monk, what do you mean, what do you have to do with this? What do I have to do with this? And then Natalie covers the cigar and he's like, oh my God!
Oh yeah, so that's when whenever they're trying to get him on the case and they show him a picture, like, hey, he's a dead ringer to you. And you see the picture of him on there and they're like, oh my gosh, he could be your twin. He's like, I don't see it. And then Natalie's like, and he's like, oh my God. That is hilarious.
I definitely laughed a lot during that joke. No, that was a good one. I agree.
Yeah, that was a good one.
My second one. Oh, this one's like way at the end of the episode.
Okay.
But I said Natalie stare down at the end with the refrigerator guy. That part, like it set off like the ending very well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was such a good ending. Well, I love the whole tie-in from the episode. Like, a lot of times we see, it seems like a very forced thing. Well, you see that in a lot of shows where you're like, oh, he's doing this and the case revolves around this because at the end they're going to tie it into this. This one was, to me, so subtle that, like, the whole thing about the refrigerator guy and, like, him being able to, like, stand up to that guy, I didn't even connect it. I'd seen it before, and I didn't connect it. And then they tied it in at the end, like, he's like, yeah, I can do this. I'm Frankie De Palma, you know, and then he stares down the guy, which I honestly, like, if I'm thinking about it, I don't really get why he didn't win that stare down. I thought he was pretty intimidating.
He was very scary.
Like, he wasn't, like, giving in, so I thought that was kind of weird. Like,
But also,
Natalie was also way scarier. But,
I agree.
but yeah, I actually really liked the tie-in. I thought it was really, like, unexpected and not forced, where we see sometimes those storylines can get really like, oh, well, of course he did that because, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I have Monk narrating everything. So,
Oh, yes.
so he's undercover, and I guess he has one of the cuff link, or
It's a microphone.
yeah, microphone,
Yeah.
right? In the, I don't know what that is.
A wire
What's it
in
called?
his
Like the sleeve. Thank you. The sleeve. Okay, so he's like, I'm approaching the room. Okay, I'm in the room. I'm looking around the room. On my right is a wet bar with 2 bottles of vodka, 2 bottles of scotch, and other assorted liquors. Above the wet bar is some type of blackboard. No chalk.
It's a TV.
There are 2 bowls of fruit, 1 real, 1 plastic. Both contain grapes. Is he going to do this the whole time and tell us every single thing? Apparently. I'm ascending 3 steps. The upper platform has an 8x3 foot hot tub. It's steaming. On the hot tub are 6, repeat 6, white rolled up terry cloth towels, possibly Egyptian cotton. I'm descending the stairs. There's a standing lamp on my right. In front of a gray couch, 4 cushions, 2 gray, 2 orange. I'm touching the standing lamp. Still touching the lamp. Still touching. Why can't I stop touching the lamp? What's wrong with me?
That was definitely one of my favorites.
That is a joke to me that goes really long, and that every joke is so funny where you're just like, oh my gosh, is he really gonna do this? And every single thing is just so funny. Terry cloth towels, no chalk.
He's like 6. I repeat, 6. As if it's like the most important thing. 6.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I love that part.
I loved Harold Crenshaw showing up. It was kind of cringe, but
It was so
when Harold showed up when he was undercover, and he's on his... Emma doesn't know who Harold is.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
was a little
sad.
He's
no.
he's like Monk's rival.
Oh, rival.
Yeah.
Why do you think he was
Not like
his
not like
buddy?
detective rival. He's like he acts like he's Monk's buddy. He acts like, okay, so they're basically always competing on whoever's like not the most mentally ill.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
both like super mentally ill.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, he's like, Adrian? It's like, I don't know who you're talking about.
Adrian.
Then I'm glad he roughed him around a little bit.
Yes, oh my gosh, no, exactly. That's so sad that you don't know who Harold is. So you know, Monk has a therapist.
Okay.
And his name's Dr. Bell. Well, Dr. Bell is actually his new therapist last season because his old one passed away.
Oh.
So he was on the show. He was on the show for like 6 seasons. So Harold and Monk, that's how they know each other, because they had the same therapist.
Oh, okay,
So they would see each other and they'd be like, I heard you crying in your session. No, I wasn't crying. You were crying. It's like, so like,
Yeah.
so what he's saying, they were competing over who is like more mentally ill. So that's their like backstory, but there's been episodes that like revolve around Harold, or Harold's been a
Yeah.
big part of them. So it's just really funny to see him in this one part. And like you said, like, oh, I'm glad he got to rough him up. Like, that's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to feel like. That's hilarious that he's like
Because we hate her.
Get out of here. Get out of here. But you love Harold, but you yeah. Everyone else, like, Harold is fine, but you hate him because Monk hates him.
Yeah.
But he's fine, so. But yes, that is hilarious. And did you notice at the end, he like pushes him because Harold's on skates, so he kind of taps him and he
pushes him into like the
planter. Yes, it's so funny. And I counted too. He says Adrian 12 times. It's so funny.
That's actually 12. One of my dislikes.
No.
It drags it out.
Wait, what? I thought it was good.
I thought it was
I didn't think
good.
It was bad.
Adrian. Oh,
because what else was he gonna do?
But also too, he's obsessive compulsive too, so he can't let it go.
Yeah.
So he's just like, Adrian, and then he turns around. It's like, I thought that was you.
That's what Monk would do.
Okay, that makes it funnier. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, do you have any more likes, Noah?
I do. I feel bad for Emma because are you done with likes?
I'm not. No.
Okay, I feel bad for Emma because she did not write a lot, but like this is like I wrote an abnormal amount of like a ton.
Oh, okay.
So I feel bad for her because she didn't really know the standard of how much you're supposed to write.
I didn't.
Okay, that's okay.
But I have like 15. So.
But yeah, that's cool because you just chime in on when we talk, so that's fine.
I just didn't want to do too much.
No, you're doing good.
Yeah. Okay, so they credit Monk as Frank De Palma.
Oh yeah.
And like, because and Amazon X-Ray, it's like Tony Shalhoub, Adrian Monk, but it was Tony Shalhoub, Frank De Palma. And I was like, I thought that was a nice touch.
It is, but also like if it was technically right, it should have said Adrian Monk when he was being Adrian. You know what I mean?
Adrian Monk as
Frank
De
De Palma.
Because he wasn't playing Frankie the whole time.
Yeah.
He was playing Adrian playing Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
that's
that was a good paradox.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I
said it should have said Adrian Monk.
No, you said that, and I said they should have put Trailer Howard, Natalie Teagerb.
Yes, yes, Natalie Teagerb. Yes, that was actually my next was Natalie Teagerb.
No, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna write that one down.
Well, first, Trailer was looking pretty good in the dress. I know we've given her a hard time about her hair. Trailer's Natalie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was wrong with her hair?
Wait,
hair
it's
when?
seen better days. Let's just say that.
Her hair in the episode? Mm-hmm. What point?
Well, it's just we're used to Natalie's long
when she was in the dress.
Hair.
No, in general.
Yeah, in season 8 she cut her hair
Her hair's
off.
not that short usually.
Yeah. Well, in season 8 it's been that short because this is episode 4.
Look, this is her. This is her now.
It's kind of cute. Cute little pixie haircut.
It's kind of cute, but Noah loves the long hair.
I like
so
this.
whenever it
This is
happened,
nice.
it's still fresh. Is what I'm saying. I'm just defending the hair with a good dress.
Yeah,
she
killed it.
That was our first dislike this season. So her hair. It's
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's been off.
Sorry, I'm new
okay?
here.
It's okay. We got to catch you up on some things. It's all right. Natalie hair. It's important things, people. Come on. Okay, but Natalie Teagerb, so how it comes up is because Lola is all over Monk. Yes. And she's like trying to kiss him and he's like, I have a girlfriend. And she's like, what? And that's never stopped you before. He's like, we're going steady. And she's like, that is so cute. And then he kind of pushes her off and he's like, yeah, no, I mean, but she's here in town, so she might walk in at any time, and she might want to kiss me too. She's pretty and we kiss all the time. It's so funny. And do you know Monk doesn't kiss anyone ever because
I can tell from the episode.
Okay.
His wife, yeah.
He only loves Trudy.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
And she's like, what was her name? And he's like, Natalie.
Oh yeah.
Teagerb.
Yeah.
He's freaking out.
Because he's undercover, so he doesn't have his name, and then he realizes he totally just threw Natalie's name out there. So he's like, Natalie Teagerb. Yeah. And Saldamar's
he saved it though.
Looks like you have a date. I was like, oh, that's
he said, looks like you have a date, Teagerb.
Oh yeah, Teagerb. That's true. He did say the joke.
Okay, this is. Oh my god, I think this is already my last one. Okay, never mind. I didn't have a lot. Everyone treats Monk good in this episode. He's Frankie De Palma. Frankie or Frank?
Frankie.
Frankie De Palma. And so everyone is like, whoa. Lena, this is Frankie we're talking about.
That is
the
so
respect.
true.
Yeah, the respect, yeah.
That is so true.
He has the mafia boss level respect.
That is a very good point.
Well, to kind of bounce off that, I liked how they were also worried about him for being Frankie Frankie. Like
Yeah,
they didn't want
they
him to
don't
do
care,
it. Like they
yeah.
were like, don't do it. Like
Yeah.
they were so
That's what I
scared
thought
for
he
him.
was talking about, but that's a great point too. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen. It's funny because the other episode. Have you seen Mr. Monk Meets the Godfather?
No, I haven't.
You don't. Are you sure? Okay, then I won't spoil it for either of y'all. But there's another. It's called Mr. Monk and the Godfather. So you can imagine that it's similar, like where they're like, no, he's not going undercover type thing. So, but anyways, it's very similar to that. My last one is another great Stoddy pep talk, which Stoddy is short for Stottlemyre, Captain. But whenever he goes to say sorry, and he brings him the card, I was utterly wrong. Just so stupid. I was like, okay, that's funny if Monk bought it, but Natalie bought it. I was like, why would Natalie buy a card that says, here's to our romance or something?
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
It was utterly wrong.
Exactly. But anyway, so he says, he's like, I'm sorry. And Natalie's like, tell him what you learned. And he's like, I'm not a tough guy. And then Stottlemyre's like, yes, you are. You're the toughest guy I know. When the chips are down, you've still got it. Aww. And then at the end of the episode, that's where it ties it in. And he gives him the stare down. He's like, I still got it.
Yeah.
So.
That's cute.
Perfect.
I'm done.
I am too.
Whoop.
Emma?
Done.
Candace, what did you dislike about this episode?
Okay. That's a step, really. $40.
Oh, yeah.
For
the lip
on the thing.
The lip.
Remember the refrigerator.
I
And he's
agree.
like, oh, that's a level up.
See, that was my dislike. Refrigerator guy. I did not like refrigerator guy. But he had a purpose, which I realize now.
That is true.
See, I was like,
Yeah.
I hate this man. But it tied in.
Yeah,
It did,
exactly.
it did,
See,
it
that's
did.
so good. I'm like, I still didn't get it. Like, I still what was the point? What was the point of that guy? Oh, yeah. I forgot again. So, yeah. But $40? That's, wow.
excessive.
That was excessive.
Especially for Monk, who's like, can I have those 50 cents back?
He tipped the guy 50 cents. It's like, oh, you were a lot more generous yesterday. He's like, how generous? $20. Oh, fine. I felt like, I don't know if y'all caught that. I felt like that was a character break.
Yeah, it was definitely a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, like, that.
fine.
It's like, fine. His voice goes back to Monk. Fine. So good.
My first dislike is the Adrian thing. This is like one of my only two dislikes the entire episode.
My.
I don't think it was that bad. I thought it was
Adrian.
a good part. I thought it was a like, so.
That
was
was
cringy.
good. I mean, if they would have maybe added like 5 more or something, I actually thought it was a very sweet spot for that. I thought it was perfect. I didn't, because there's a lot of times, I mean, you just gotta, I'm comparing too, like, that didn't take me out of the episode at all. It wasn't like, 60 seconds of like staring at nothing or watching Monk touch something. It was very like, the more like Adrian kind of ignored him and the more he was like insistent, like Adrian, like trying to look at him. I thought it was funny. So
I think so too.
I'll stop defending it, but I thought it was funny. So Emma, do you have anything?
Okay, I have one more dislike, and this one's a little polarizing, but because I'm gonna go with
Oh no.
Monk was kind of a dislike. For me in this episode.
Okay.
Emma, you
Okay, no.
Explain.
Okay, I thought he was really funny, and I really enjoyed him, but like he was really mean to everyone in this episode,
Oh.
and like that really bothered me.
What do you mean?
Like, he was mean to Natalie and the captain when they were trying to tell him to, like, act normal. I don't know. I didn't like it. And it didn't really feel like him, but he is kind of sassy with Natalie a lot, so.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I thought you were going to say the dislike of, it was kind of like in The Foreign Man where they're like, oh, well, of course, Trudy, like, of course he took that case so seriously that he actually thought that guy was, that the guy's wife was Trudy, they took it so far.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going to say something similar in that Monk took it too far. Like, really, they made him be Frankie? Like, because that's what was actually happening. Because it wasn't supposed to be Monk. It was supposed to be he got in too deep and that he was actually Frankie. So I thought you were going to say that as a dislike, but but I'm glad you didn't. But
It wasn't really, though. Like, I feel like it was him. I feel like he had control over it.
really?
He really did not.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Because when he was like, he wasn't even making sense. He was like,
about to
hey,
fight the
this
captain.
coffee tastes like BM. And he's like, it's iced tea. He's like, yeah, make it warm. He's like, you want warm tea? And he's like, no, I want warm iced tea. Make it. Like, I think he was being Frankie and he was just saying like nonsense
He was, but then whenever they were like, yeah, you gotta stop, he dropped the voice. He dropped the accent. And then
I
he
didn't
started
think that
it
he
again.
did.
No,
He
he
did.
was,
I
walked
swear.
out talking
No,
to the
he
captain
definitely
with the
did.
accent.
I will prove to you guys he was in complete control the entire time.
Okay.
We're pulling the plug. This operation is over.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What are you talking about? Not quitting now. Why should I? I'm in the zone. I'm Frankie De Palma.
I know what you're in.
Why should I? I'm in the zone. I'm Frankie De Palma.
That's control to
What are
you?
you talking about?
What?
That was totally an accent.
He literally
That
just
was
tried to fight everyone
What do you
in the
mean?
room.
I'm in the
That
zone.
was
I'm
an
Frankie De Palma.
That was an accent. What are you talking about?
We're pulling the plug. This operation is over.
This is an
Yeah, I
accent.
think you're right.
What are you talking about? Not quitting now. Why
I'm not quitting now.
He's talking
Shit, I'm
like
in the zone.
Frankie.
I think
The whole
Quitting
point of
now?
that scene
He
is
would've
that
said
he's
quitting.
talking like
he would have said
Frankie.
quitting if he was in an accent. I'm not quitting
I
now.
feel like that's a 50-50. I feel like
No.
De Palma.
I feel like there's
I know
more.
where you're at. Monk, you're in too deep. I've seen it happen before. Even real cops. when they
Real
go
cops. He
undercover,
says real
they
cops.
Get the wires crossed.
Wait. What do you mean? Even real cops?
Ha!
That's not what I meant to say.
I'm not quitting. I'm into.
Now,
quit-
no, he goes back.
No, just whenever you just
Whoa,
said
whoa,
ha,
whoa, whoa.
when you you said ha,
No.
he was in Frankie voice.
Quit now.
No.
Go
Yes, he
undercover,
was.
They get the wires crossed.
Wait. What do
Wait,
you mean? Even real cops?
even real cops.
He does
Are you
not say
joking?
that. He says
Noah, you're
real
Noah,
joking.
you're
He
like
says real
losing it.
cops. He says real cops.
He's literally Frankie. That's what he's saying. That was the
Come
point
on,
of the
what
whole
are you
scene.
doing?
The point of the whole scene was him saying, "I'm Frankie De Palma." That's
What?
all.
No.
It's too
I don't know what
much.
Emma did. I don't know what Emma did.
Oh my
She
God,
lost
it's
it.
too much for me.
Well, it's 2 against 1, so it's fine. We're
Okay.
good. Okay.
This is fair.
You said your dislike. Okay, my next one is this. Doesn't really make sense, but kind of. But no Sharona. I would have absolutely loved to see Sharona teach him how to be
Yeah.
Frankie De Palma. Like, you gotta do this, you gotta give it a little
Yeah.
zhuzh or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Sharona was his first assistant, and she was from Jersey.
Jersey.
She had an accent. She was from
okay,
Jersey.
okay.
Yeah,
She was from Jersey, and
that
I
would have
loved
been
her.
amazing to see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I miss her.
And
In this episode, I
one-
definitely miss her.
Yeah. Okay, and then that would have been funny too. He would have been like Sharona Fleming, something stupid, and then Sharona would have been on the date, but then she would have been like New Jersey,
Yeah.
and then her and Lola would have been sizing each other up, and that would have been really good.
That would have, yeah.
That would have been
I
epic.
agree.
Okay, so my next one is another Natalie tease. We talk about this often, and it's funny. Oh my gosh! Imagine if Q had seen this episode, because and Mr. Monk can't see a thing, which is the one that he saw. There was absolutely no Monk and Natalie relationship,
Like chemistry.
tease or chemistry,
Oh, okay.
and he picked up on it, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, so they're not dating?"
No, I've always thought they were dating. I was gonna say that earlier. I was like, I feel like they're trying to ship this so hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's like this.
That's what I think. I wish they ended up together. But hi, Conrad. He's a writer of the show, and we interviewed him, and he spoiled for me that they don't end up together.
I mean, I figured that Monk is Monk, but
Monk only loves
and that would
sugar.
ruin the relationship between them. But I do feel like they have been hinting at it.
Okay, so and that's what I put as a dislike, because this is the thing, right? Because I watched this the first time in high school, so I didn't pick up on these clues or these things that they're dropping, right? And so
You never thought that they were?
no,
Never.
no.
I thought the first episode. I've ever seen, and I've only seen.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying though. Is it's hard to say because I try to defend myself. I was in high school, but Noah's in junior high. But still, it's just I wasn't as aware of what they were trying to push there.
Yeah.
But again, and that's the thing is I don't think they were trying to push it. They just dropped this random things in there. They're supposed to be funny or cute or whatever. And just like we asked Jason Gray Stanford, did you think that your characters would end up together? Because they don't. And he said no. Even though they drop little things between Natalie and Randy all the time. You know what I
all
mean?
the time.
So the writers are doing this. So I'm thinking, my high school brain is no, why would they end up together? That's weird. But now watching it back, every time they do this, now I read it as a dislike because I'm like, what? They are teasing people with this stuff. I just never realized it before. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I thought that was another Natalie tease. Didn't like it, but I get it. Are you both done with dislikes?
I have one more.
I'm done.
I really like this episode.
Okay.
I only have one more, and it's that the crime was forgettable. It was like I was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
think of it, and I was like, nope, doesn't ring anything. And then they were at the funeral, and the funeral scene came on, and I was like, oh, because I rewatched it.
Yeah.
So the funeral scene came on, and they explained it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's lame.
It's also the crime wasn't till the very end.
Yeah.
Like the very, very end.
It's
Like the actual
it's more
crime.
focused about Monk being a mob boss in a mafia.
Right, which we will say, right? Because, you know, we rate the episodes at the end, and we have different things that we like or dislike, but, I mean, I feel like this is one of those times where, like, the crime didn't matter, but the adventure that Monk went on was so much better.
Yeah.
Like, say, last week,
The alien.
the UFO episode.
But it wasn't enough.
Yeah, they went too much UFO, the crime was lacking, but the UFO stuff wasn't that good, so we're like, this episode's not that great. But this one, the crime wasn't that great. Who cares? Because Monk was amazing, and his story was amazing. So, but I do get what you're saying. My last one was the guy throwing the pans.
Psycho guy?
Psycho guy. He looked like he hit the captain with that actual, like, frying
Yeah.
pan.
He hit Randy in the leg
No,
for
he-
sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Randy. He hit Randy in the leg.
Oh, I thought it was
And then
the
he
captain,
hit him in the
but...
stomach.
No, Randy
and he hit
jumps.
the captain
Oh,
in
okay.
the stomach.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know, but that guy was crazy, and
not
I have
like
a
him
I have a plot hole about that, but we'll move on. So
Oh.
all right, next is
He's the guy.
all right. Emma, do you have anyone? Noah never has anybody. Do you have anybody?
I don't have anyone.
I have one person.
You do? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, wait,
so
wait.
that-
I was gonna do the Adrian guy. What's his name?
Harold Crenshaw.
I was
Harold
gonna do
Crenshaw.
Harold because like I've seen him in other things, but
He's
he's,
in Will and
obviously
Grace.
a main character.
Yeah. I mean, if
no,
you
yeah,
have
look,
him.
yeah, look him up.
Okay, I'll look him up.
Okay,
Just because it's just about saying what you recognize him from.
trust me, you'll hear mine and you'll be like,
Wait, what's his
"She
name?"
Doesn't even.
Harold
name-
Crenshaw.
His name is Tim Bagley in real life.
How do you know that?
Because she knows. Candace,
I have to know it's my
remember
job.
that one episode where Monk, like, in the snake?
Mr. Monk versus the Cobra.
See, she remembers everything ever.
That was a good bait there.
What do you remember from?
Or do you mean the one that where
in some
they're
pretty random
actually
stuff.
were snakes?
Oh my God.
That was Mr. Monk and the Very, Very Old Man. Because remember the captain gets...
Oh my God, Ken.
Remember though? That's in the opening credits, come on. Where Monk jumps up on the table.
Oh yeah.
He's running away from the snakes. That's Mr. Monk and the Very Old Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I looked up Tim,
Tim Bagley.
and
Timothy.
the only show that I see on here that I could see him in, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is.
But True Jackson VP, I watch that show a lot.
Oh, okay.
Used to or still do?
Have you ever watched Young and Hungry?
I used to. Young and Hungry, yeah. Is he in that?
No, I saw it right here. There's Young and Hungry.
I totally saw him in that. Yeah, he's in a bunch of different shows doing little cameos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, Tim Bagley. I know him from Will and Grace. That's like the main thing I know
okay,
him from. So yeah. Okay, so and then did you already say yours?
No, I had Val Lauren, which you wrote him down, didn't you?
I didn't.
He was
Who did he play?
He was the guy with the fedora. The guy and he had the mustache.
I don't have that name.
The
right
guy
now.
who was gonna kill
His name is Val.
Lauren.
What
Are you sure?
Val Lauren. He was in 24. Because I thought I recognized him. I didn't. I looked him up. He was in 24 as Randy Murdoch. And I just thought I'd write him down because you always talk about 24.
Okay, but you're confusing me. He played the guy with the fedora.
The guy when Monk was like going to quote unquote kill him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll do it by myself," and he was like, "No, I have to." He insists.
But that guy's name was Lenny. Remember, because he said Lenny.
He
Leonard.
his real name is Val Lauren.
See, I wrote him down as Eric Balfour.
Okay,
Wait, spell what you're saying.
Val VAL
Uh-huh.
LAUREN. That's
Four.
definitely him. Fudge, it's it.
Yeah, no.
Where did you get
Wait a
that
minute, wait a
from?
minute. It was on the thing. It was on the X-ray.
Yeah, because
Dude,
I
he's definitely a different
I didn't write down anybody named Val. I have quite a few people.
No
Have you watched
way.
24?
No.
Oh,
I just remember you always talking about 24, and
Yeah.
I saw him on there. And
so his name is Eric Balfour.
okay, so I recognized Eric Balfour, but I didn't. You know, whenever you
You think you
think you recognize someone, but
Yeah.
you don't. Well, I looked him up, and I thought he was someone else, so I looked up the wrong name. So I have nothing.
Oh, God.
In conclusion, I have nothing.
Well, you said he was from 24.
Yeah, but that was the other guy, Val Lauren.
No, this guy is from 24.
What's his name in 24?
Milo Pressman.
Okay, so the guy I looked up also happened to be in 24 as Randy Murdoch.
Okay, so that's funny that you did that, because I was also getting confused with all these different names. Okay, so Eric Balfour, like you said, he played Lenny Barlow, the guy at the end where he's like, Leonard, give me the gun. So he played Milo Pressman in 24 for 28 episodes. And then we also have Louis Lombardi, which I feel like he is a guy that I've seen in a lot of stuff.
That sounds familiar.
That's the guy who played Tommy G. He was in an episode of 911. He also was on The Sopranos, and he was in 37 episodes of 24.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I had that, and then Agent Shore, he was in How to Get Away with Murder, White Collar, Medium, Designated Survivor, and 8 episodes of 24.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is everyone was on 24.
Yes. Like, and I mean, I watched it all, so I actually recognized all the people. Like, they're all from 24. And then also Vincent Curatola, who played Jimmy Barlow, he was also in The Sopranos, which I'd have never seen The Sopranos, but this episode is like very Soprano-y.
Yeah.
You know, with the Italian mob and stuff like that. So, and again, Louis Lombardi was also in The Sopranos. So then, yeah. And then they also had a few of these actors were also from a movie called 6 Feet Under. Mm-hmm. And then Monk makes a reference to 6 Feet Under. Mm-hmm. And
he's like 10 feet under,
whichever way, or whatever. But yeah. And then like 2 of the guys from that were also in that, which I don't know what that is, but that also sounds like a mobster movie. I don't know. I'm just making that up. And then the last one was Kelly Carlson. She played Lola, and I didn't recognize her from anything, but she was in 3 episodes of Everwood. And then I was just
6 episodes of 24.
And 172 episodes of 24. No, but I wrote her down because I thought she was really good casting.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I saw her name in the credits, and I read it as Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, so did I.
I was like, no way. I was like, how did I not see it?
How did I not get that? What? That's the biggest isekai ever.
Like, oh, it says Carlson. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
How famous do some people get off of just sounding like another name? It's Kelly Nope.
It's Tony Shalhoub. Oh gosh. Okay, Emma's back from her potty break. So,
I'm glad everyone knows.
So let's move on to
junk time. Welcome back to my favorite time and yours in the show, everyone, where I eat junk. Me and Emma eat junk today, and Kandyce asked us questions.
Okay.
Good questions.
I need a
This
cheese.
is junk time, Emma. I didn't tell you to write anything for this.
Circus cookie.
We don't have to do anything. We just sit back, relax, and Kandyce asks us questions.
Okay. My
These
first
things are so good.
Okay, my first question is, do you have a doppelganger?
Oh yeah. Every Mexican child to ever exist.
Oh my god.
I look like all of them.
What? No.
I swear to God.
Explain, please elaborate.
Yeah,
I look like
one.
every child that is Mexican. I'm sure like one person has been like, "Oh my God, are you Noah from the Junk Monk?" That's a random child. No?
That's a good one. They're recognizing other kids. That's what you're saying, right? Like,
Yes.
okay,
I look like every like Mexican kid. I mean, that's why I have this middle part, so that way people can defer me from other. People still get me mixed up. Like, this kid has been at my school for 2 years, and he still calls me Emilio. What do I do? What do I do to make him stop?
That is
I'm over
so
it.
weird.
I'm over it. But do you have a doppelganger?
I do not. I don't think I do. Y'all think I have a doppelganger?
No, you don't look like anyone.
Okay. I mean,
You're very.
I will say though. I will say that.
What? Distinguishable. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Well, I don't know because you literally get called your twin
With
Oh, with
Sister
my sister.
all
But
the
she's my
time.
sister.
Well, that's true, but also like
That's
y'all,
the
y'all,
doppelgangers
but y'all,
then,
but y'all
Candace.
aren't twins.
Oh, okay.
Though.
So, okay, you're right. So I guess Isabella would be my doppelganger.
Because like I have
My
six,
sister.
I have 6 siblings, and they don't like
Look like
anything
you. Okay.
like
Okay,
that.
that's fair. I guess you're right. I guess
So,
Isabella would be my doppelganger.
like,
That's weird to think about.
That is kind of rare to have.
someone.
But it's cool whenever you're like, whoa, and you meet like your friends.
Yeah, 'cause
older
people-
sibling,
people
you're like,
do think
you
that-
look the exact same.
People do think that me and my little sister look the same, like all the time.
See, and
Everyone thinks we're
I
twins.
don't because
Yeah.
I know you're definitely different face shapes and everything.
I think so too.
But then I will go
So
places
are me
with
and
y'all,
Emilio.
and they're like, "Are y'all twins?" And I'm like, "No, they're not twins. Stupid. Open your eyeballs."
I love asking like who's older.
Yes,
Like that.
that's funny.
So
what do you
out of
what
us
do you
two-
normally get? That you're older or no?
Yeah, because I asked the question.
Oh,
Isabella, so I just feel like Isabella gives off like little sister vibes.
of course, yeah. Because the oldest one's always like, "So do I look younger or older?" Like, oh, you look older. Crap. I knew it.
Not the answer I wanted, but okay.
Do you, Candace?
Like this is again, it's like a sibling or like not a sibling but a relative thing.
Okay.
Like whenever I first got my license, I wanted to look nice, so I took a shower, of course.
Yes.
And
For the
I was
first time.
pretty much. So I took a shower and then I'm always late to stuff, so I rushed. My hair was not dry, and so my hair was just like soppy wet, and I was like, it was unattractive. And I got my picture, of course, which everyone hates their own picture, but I was like, this is terrible. And I cover up the sides of my face or the sides of my hair. I look just like my dad, and it's so sad.
really?
And I'm like, oh no.
Okay, in that picture, but you don't look like that.
I haven't seen the picture. I need to see
I
the
mean,
picture.
I haven't seen the picture either, but
Okay.
I don't
So
think
then
you look
why
like
did you
Dad.
comment on
like
the
in
picture?
person, you don't look like Dad.
Liar.
And then also my Mimi on my mother's side, she always makes the comment like, "Oh, you look just like my mom when she was 16." Like, and then so one time, old people always say that. And then one day she showed me a picture and it was like literally from, I don't know. My Mimi was born in 44, so her mother was maybe born in what? At least the 20s. The 20s.
Oh, gosh.
And then so there was a picture of her, I guess it was like in the 30s. And it was so creepy. She's like Native American. She was like,
So you had her face.
she was like mostly Hopi Indian, like almost all Hopi Indian.
That's
And-
so cool.
Yeah, and I look in the face just like her, but her body, her body was like, she was trying to chunkier too. So I did kind of look like her in the body aspect too, but it was just a super old picture.
Yeah, and it
That's
freaked you out because
crazy.
you're like, that
Black-
could be me.
Like not even like a black and white picture, like almost looked like it was like an art, like charcoal.
chalk?
Look,
Oh,
it was
I get what
so
you mean,
weird.
like-
It was like an old portrait,
That
like
is-
an old west.
That's scary.
type of portrait. So
That's
so
cool.
weird.
No,
It was
that is
super
That's
weird.
cool.
Also, I've done this app. Have you ever done the twinning app?
Twinning app.
Where you switch
Oh,
faces?
No. What is that?
No, it's I honestly I tried to look it up earlier. It was from Pop Sugar. It's like one of those, like
Okay.
BuzzFeed type things.
Okay,
I
so
saw.
what does it
So
do?
a couple of years ago, it was like hashtag twinning was a thing, and you put your face in, and it automatically generates what celebrity you look like.
Oh, yeah, I've
yes.
seen those.
Yeah, and I did it. I
you
wanted
get?
to do it on the show, but I tried to do it earlier and it didn't work. Like
No,
it was saying error.
I've definitely done it before, but like they don't work. Like, do you want to know who I got?
Okay, this is
Do you
what I
wanna
was
know what I
looking.
got?
This is what I was
No.
looking for.
I got Millie Bobby Brown, and you know what Millie Bobby Brown looks like, right?
I think so. Can
We
you
look
Google her?
nothing alike, so that's why I lost faith in it. So it's like it doesn't give
Yeah,
actual people.
no.
Like it's like this is what it gave me
I think it gave me like
from Stranger
I
Things.
feel like they try to flatter you. They're like, you look exactly like Tom Holland, dude. It's like, no, I don't think so.
I don't think they try to flatter you.
I think so. They're like,
no, bro. It's just
Taylor
straight
Swift.
wrong.
No,
you
are-
matched 99% with Taylor Swift.
Are y'all ready for who I got?
Oh yeah,
Did you
yeah.
get
I don't remember his real name, but I got
his?
Oh no.
spoiler alert. I got Manny from Modern Family.
That is so funny.
It was
Wait,
like
why is that
it was like
funny?
an 89% match. Like it was legit.
that
Manny
is
from
so
Modern Family.
funny.
Look it up. I know a lot of people aren't gonna know what Emma looks like, but you know what I look like, guys. If you see us on Instagram and YouTube,
I am Emma
And-
Stone.
you're Emma Stone.
I look
Noah's
80%
How'd you do that so fast?
like
Let me
Emma
see. What
Stone.
do you
Oh,
mean?
I can look like a dog.
Oh, I don't look like any famous person. Oh, Maya
Wait,
Rudolph.
let me do hair. It's gonna give me
my
Manny
God.
again.
Okay, ready? Alex Ernst. He's not even famous.
Yeah, he's not because I don't know who that is.
Oh
that
my
looks
gosh.
like it's morphing your face into.
Wait, did she
them.
not get more? Here, I got a lot. Do I look like any of these people?
Whoopi Goldberg?
I do
That
not.
did
Ringer.
not look like Whoopi Goldberg.
The levels of similarity are
It's too low.
Oh, I got the big girls: Melissa McCarthy, Rosie O'Donnell.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, you look like Michelle Obama.
Guys,
Nailed it.
we found a 96% match, known as a doppelganger.
Okay.
Less than 1% of matches are this close.
Wait, start your free,
Start a free
trial to see yours.
Oh, $4.99 a week.
No, don't get off of that.
I have like $30 on
It's a
it.
scam, Noah.
So like you look like nobody.
It's not even good.
It obviously was a blonde woman.
Shut up. I look like John Cena.
Okay.
Your app is just
I'm telling you, they flatter you.
giving you
your
random
app is
things.
morphing you into other people. This doesn't make any sense.
I want to see what's gonna put me as next. Look, it's John Cena again. Maybe I do.
Pay us
like,
$30 right now, and for us to tell you look just like John Cena.
again.
For $30, I better look
Okay,
like John Cena.
I smiled and now I'm
Wait,
like Noah Cyrus.
the name isn't even Noah Cyrus. That's the person he dated.
Noah
That's-
Cyrus.
Yeah, that is
Noah
not
Cyrus
Noah
is a
Cyrus.
girl.
Yeah,
That's not Noah Cyrus. That was the guy. That was Little Xan.
that is Little Xan.
Your app is terrible, bro. Get off
What is
of that.
happening?
Yeah, no, get off. We're done.
No.
I guess I won't say that one. Okay,
What is
my
it?
second question.
No.
No, it's okay. Maybe
No,
maybe
my
it's
other
not.
question was, do you think everyone has a doppelganger? But we kind of discussed
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's proven. Yeah, every person has like 5 people that they look like in the world.
What?
Yeah, it's like a fact.
I thought that was like 5 degrees of separation.
Oh
like,
no,
we know.
that's a thing too.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
believe in that.
No,
I feel
that
like-
one's cool.
I feel like now
I mean,
that
the
we
fact
know,
that we know Jason Stanford.
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
7
gonna say.
seven
We
degrees
know
of
like
separation.
half the people in Hollywood.
we do. Legit. It takes one person.
Because
Wait, what
he
did I
knows
just tell
Tony
you?
Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub knows everyone.
that it takes 5, that 5 other people look like you in the world.
Oh yeah. How many doppelgangers do I have?
Because think about it. He knows Tony Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub knows. Who does Tony Shalhoub knows?
He knows everyone. He knows Will Smith.
Does he really?
He was in Men in Black.
I did not know that.
He knows Snoop Dogg. Well, they all know Snoop
He
Dogg.
knows Snoop Dogg. So technically, we know Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg knows.
Everyone. Like, this is too
Snoop
much.
Dogg knows Oprah. So technically,
We know Oprah. Oprah knows Meghan
we met her out of the
Markle.
wax.
Meghan Markle
Wait,
knows...
who?
Oh.
Okay, it is a little rare. It was rarer than I thought.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, 1 in 130 people.
Okay, so you lied to us.
Wait,
I could have sworn. I could have sworn like every
people.
person has like someone. So everyone has to have someone that looks like them.
Wait, but what are you saying?
There's
What is-
7 billion people.
But what is
Out of-
1 in
out of, like, everyone in my
130?
like there's a
School?
1 in 130 chance that you will have a doppelganger.
Oh.
But
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that's true.
That seems pretty high to me. So to have someone that looks exactly like you?
That's what doppelgangers are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's pretty crazy.
It's cool whenever
Okay, but there's 7 billion people. Like
famous
someone
people
has to
have
look like.
them. I think it's really cool when famous people have them, because you're like,
Oh yeah, like
Oh,
Nina
yeah.
Dobrev and
Well, I guess that does make sense. Like, if celebrities, like, it's rare for someone to become a celebrity, and then the fact that they have somebody that looks like them, let alone someone who's not famous, have someone that looks like them.
No, the crazy stuff is when people get famous after looking like famous people. Like, there's people on social media that, like, are famous for looking like Ariana Grande and, like,
Yeah.
looking like different
you remember the
celebrities.
Charlie D'Amelio girl?
Yeah.
She did her dances and everything, and everyone, do you know who Charlie D'Amelio
No.
is? She's like the most popular person on TikTok.
Okay.
And there's this girl who just looks exactly like her.
And she has, like, so many followers. It's, like, it doesn't
What?
make any sense. Yeah,
That
you
is
can be famous just for
crazy.
looking like someone nowadays.
Do you know what, I forget you do. It's like
Oh,
face
and, like-
tracking.
Like Monk. Oh, yeah, doppelgangers. I now understand why we're talking about this.
She was like,
literally-
guys, in the episode, this is so much like it.
Wait!
I
She's catching on!
I just put it together.
That's what the jug time is. She thought we were asking a random question.
I did.
She's like, do we think everyone's a doppelganger? I do.
Oh my gosh.
Just like the episode, duh.
I don't know.
That's awesome. But that's good that you connected it the question
Yeah, I
to the
did.
episode because sometimes they're pretty random.
Oh my gosh.
My other random question was: have you ever had someone ask you for a bigger tip?
No, but that's
sounds
honestly my
super
biggest
rude.
fear. Like that's why, you know, the keypads that you sign nowadays.
Yes.
I hate those
Where
because
they
you gotta
stare
tap
at
it.
you
Yeah, you
right
have to
in front
tap
of the
it
people?
right in front of them.
That is so awkward.
I know, it's
10
just like
cents.
Sometimes, I mean, depending on what it is, I just push no.
no. Usually, like it's fast service in those places, and it's like I don't need to tip you for handing me my box of cookies. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like it's more of like exactly if someone's bringing you and like they're waiting on you, that's
Of course
when they
I will
would
tip
get
them.
a tip. But if you're doing the same thing as they do at McDonald's, where you walk up to the counter, I order, and I stand there, pick up my food. Why would I push the
Do
tip?
that,
Yeah. I mean, that might be controversial. I know people are pretty touchy about tipping, but my specific story was actually on my honeymoon. We went to Texas de Brazil, which is super fancy, you know, like, well, not super fancy, but it's expensive. And we were in Miami Beach. And so, you know, we're not worried about money or whatever. We're splurging. And so we're having fun. And so we go, it's, you know, it's $50 a person. So it's $100. And then
Wow.
it's $100 for, you know, for the meal and then plus tax or whatever. And so we're feeling like really generous and we're like, oh, we're out of the town. And so we give the guy like, I want to say it was like $60 or
Oh,
something
that's a
like
lot,
that.
yeah.
It was like, or maybe it was 50. Honestly can't remember. But we were feeling good about our tip. Like, we're going to
That's a
make this
lot,
guy's night. Like, we actually specifically thought like, we're doing good. And then we like go to leave the restaurant and the waiter chases us down. And he's like, oh, excuse me. Sorry. I just didn't know. Was there something wrong with the meal? And we were like, oh, no, why? And he was like, oh, well, the tip wasn't very much. And we were like, it wasn't? And like shocked, like, really? Dude, like, what is happening?
What's the tipping
Yeah.
percentage at Texas State
I
Brazil?
don't know.
Like
And
100% of my tip.
Yeah,
Like,
and so
what?
he's holding the money in his hand, and he's like, oh, the tip wasn't very much. And as he's saying that, he slides his fingers, and the money fans out, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They're stuck together. And we were like, oh no, yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And was like freaking out. I guess he thought we like tipped him like $20. I don't know. I can't remember the exact numbers.
Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna
but-
say, like, why would he do that? Like,
Yeah,
no
but it was
one would do
super
that.
Oh my
weird.
gosh. I feel bad
okay,
for
okay,
him.
now I understand though. Like, if you
That
had just
poor
tipped me like
guy.
$20, I'd have been like, oh.
But even then, but I think
No, that's still
it was
kinda
also,
lot.
yeah, exactly. That's what we were thinking. We were like,
$20.
wait, was he complaining about a 20% tip?
We were going to give you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't that like what the other tables are giving him? Like, how much is this guy making in the night? That he's
Honestly,
like,
should
hey.
I work at Texas State Brazil? Like,
Exactly. We were like,
wait, I'm rethinking everything.
everything. Right? Okay, so.
Apparently, my dad got a $320 tip once.
My dad?
What?
He did?
For
Yeah.
what?
He had like a 22 like person table.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
I know, right?
Good night.
That makes sense.
Good
Definitely
night.
probably had to split it with the rest of the waiters. But let's not get into that.
Is that a thing that people do?
Yeah, because you can't wait just 22 people.
Oh no,
That's
that's not what I
criminal.
meant. That's not what I meant. I thought you meant the tip. I was like, is that a thing that people do? Like, okay, guys, I make $5. Put it in
No,
the
it's
pot.
because if you work with a bunch of
We divide
waiters
it.
to serve
you-
a table that big.
Communism. What?
Well, you do have to share with the busboy and the hostess. Waiters do.
Wow, that's cool.
No.
Which is why you tip waiters.
Because they have to share it.
Lots.
Tip your waiter.
Tip your waiter. Double the amount of.
As we were like, golly, this greedy guy. Tip your
Okay,
waiters.
no. But it was a good tip.
It was a good tip. Okay, we're going to finish off Junk Time with our viewer's voice for this week, which was John David Eden on Facebook. He said, I so enjoy and admire the writers and Tony Shalhoub when they stretch their vision and skills outside of Monk's character, as in Mr. Monk takes his medicine or Mr. Monk bumps his head. From the shock intro where Monk is apparently run over, to his resisting Lola, to Harold almost blowing his cover, to the dangerous finale. Like Natalie pleads, Mr. Monk has trouble enough just being himself, but Tony nails it. It is a classic among classics.
I agree.
That was pretty
also
good. We forgot about the last scene, too, where he goes and he convinces the guy, like, hey, give me the gun. I want to, for kicks. And he's like, oh, and then he, like, takes it and then he's like, freeze.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, gets
His
all-
hero moment.
His hero moment. Yeah, that was good, too. All right, let's move on to...
Plot holes.
All right. I always write down a bunch of stuff. So I will first say the things that are more like callbacks, because sometimes I do like callbacks to other episodes, like, oh, they made a similar joke or they did that before or whatever. First, I have Joseph and Helen, which Monk says in the episode were his parents, were Frankie's parents. Those are actually Tony's parents' names.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's really cute.
I thought that I recognized the photo, and I was like, I wonder if that's Tony's. I would bet it was Tony's family, but I thought it looked familiar, and so when I looked it up, that was the fact it gave. It didn't say anything about the picture, but it said that was his parents' names.
That's
and
so
then
cute.
I have some callbacks from the theater. Mr. Monk goes to the theater. Remember when he's talking about the swagger?
Yeah.
That's what the director says to him. He's like, no, you swagger. And like, you strut.
That's
you
our
know.
favorite episode.
So it's a really good one, yeah. And then also the blackboard joke.
Yes.
Remember they did that in The Really Dead Guy.
No chalk. Oh, when they write on the
Mr.
TV.
Monk, he starts writing a permanent marker on the blackboard. Or on the television screen, and then
flat screen.
on the flat screen, yeah, and then he tries
so
to spray like solvent to get it off, and then it like melts the TV or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong with this blackboard? These guys need to step up their technology. I actually think everything else is plot holes, so y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean everything else is a plot hole?
Like
Because she was just naming off like things that aren't plot holes that she put in plot holes for some reason.
I don't
She's
know.
stupid. No,
Well, because it's not a like or a dislike.
it's just called.
It's just something that makes me
Fun
think of
fact.
another episode.
Okay,
so.
okay.
But I let y'all go so I don't take it because I have a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, you can go first.
Okay, I'll go first with mine. Again, controversial, because I know I love Monk. I did love Monk in this episode, but I don't think he'd be able to pull it off as good as he did. I haven't watched as many episodes, but I feel like it took a lot for him to act out this character, and I don't know if that's very...
Well, it's funny that I just mentioned the theater episode because that's like kind of the premise of that.
He's a great actor.
okay.
'Cause
See,
he sees
I missed
someone-
that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's why I was like, since when is he an actor? That's why I was like, why is he an actor? Like, this came out of nowhere.
Because he sees someone do something like on the thing, and then he
Wait.
like because he memorizes everything, and he knows it like instantly, and he's a really good actor.
And so
Okay.
so basically his memory.
Okay, so my plot hole is a plot hole.
Yeah. Well, that's we say plot holes and
Debunked.
then we debunk each other.
Okay.
if we
Yeah,
can.
that's the point of plot holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, who jaywalks with a magazine in their hand? He's looking down on his magazine and he gets hit by a bus.
Yeah,
I guess that's like
Every
equivalent
person-
to like a phone these days.
Yeah, yeah. I think you
But-
debunked yourself.
No,
Yeah, you did debunk yourself.
I think so.
Yeah.
but who
That's he was
jaywalks
looking.
by not looking up?
Well, I'm thinking because my plot hole was how do you not see a giant bus
yeah.
coming?
And how does the bus not see you?
So I'm thinking maybe
If you're
he
a
was-
mobster, like what?
if
you're
you're
gonna let
pre-
the bus take you out.
I know
that's
that's
how you're gonna
sad.
go. That's like I know.
Yeah,
Big
they
Frankie guy
completely-
gets killed by a
Yeah.
bus. Oh, no one knows.
They
That's kinda
completely
sad.
did that for
I
shock
know.
value.
No one can even like grieve his death. He died like a long time ago. He's been dead since Friday.
Oh, that
Plot
was one of
hole.
my plot holes.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Why would Natalie say that? Do you want Monk to get
Monk is
killed
in trouble
and be
now.
like a target? Like that doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. As soon as she said it, I was like, Monk's dead. Like I'm sorry.
Because
Like
they can chase after Frankie De Palma all they want. He's dead. But if they're like, okay, this guy was acting as Frankie De Palma, let's get him.
so,
You don't think about these things.
I put Monk wouldn't be on a hit list now.
Yeah. See?
And LA is super close
Yeah.
to San Francisco. It wasn't like they called him to New York and he flew back.
Mm-hmm.
They're right there.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? I literally thought they flew like long.
No,
Like,
like,
They drive.
long.
Monk doesn't fly. He's afraid of flying.
plot hole. Whenever the montage happens, it says LAX.
Oh, I guess it was just showing.
I-
That it
yeah.
was- but why?
Like as if he
Flew.
got off the plane.
Yeah, because they didn't even talk about how he got there or how he.
No, well because in
was
Mr.
fair.
Remember Mr. Monk in the game show. Him and Kevin drive.
Yeah.
So they drive to LA.
And also, like, yeah, like why would they put him at risk if it was so close?
Yeah,
That entire thing doesn't make any sense.
I think
Like
I
sending
think
it,
they
them
should have
sending him
put
in
it-
general doesn't really make sense.
Yeah,
don't
and I think it would make more sense too that the mobster type thing
Yeah.
was in New York,
Yeah.
but and not LA.
So that's why I thought it was far. I thought it was far.
Yeah. See, but it was LA. He's literally said because they show the montage of like
LAX.
Grauman's and all this weird stuff, and I'm like, well, yeah, that was easy for them to get that because that's where they filmed it
Yeah.
in LA. So they just made it easier. That was
Yeah.
like plot convenience for them, literally like convenient for them
Instead
to
of having to
because
shoot
they
it in
filmed
New
there.
York. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, do y'all have anything else?
I do. I have one more.
Okay, go ahead.
And it is that. This is the easiest plot hole in the world, but a guy happens to look exactly like Monk.
Doppelganger.
Like
1 in 100.
No,
He had a
here's the
1 in
thing,
130 chance.
There's a 130 chance or whatever, but Monk gets tangled in these things all the time, and I let it slip. Monk is like, oh, someone happened to break into my car today, and it's linked to this huge murder. That's always what it is, Emma. That's every episode ever of Monk. So the fact that he is a doppelganger who looks exactly like him, just so he can go undercover. Plot convenience.
I enjoyed it.
Well, obviously
It's a
that's
classic.
what I
It's a
said.
TV classic.
Worth
Thank
it
you,
for the
Emma.
episode.
Welcome to the
small
show.
price to play. Worth it for the episode. Small price to play.
No, that's true. We've also had other face-off episodes. Remember the episode we had to look like Trudy? And Mr. Monk and Mrs. Monk, like,
Didn't
it's
you have, like,
happened. And the airplane.
Reconstruction.
That was the airplane.
Okay.
The other one, she's wearing a wig. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Her hair's brown, and she puts on a blonde wig, and now she's all of a sudden Trudy. Like, we've had these things before, so it's really not that far-fetched that Monk would have one, but yes.
No, that means
they're blowing the
super
1 in
far-fetched.
136 statistic out of the water.
Yeah.
Basically, with this.
Every
That's what they're doing.
person on Monk has a doppelganger.
Exactly. That's
Randy could
Oh
fight
my god!
him.
Oh my god! They did when they went to Mexico. Remember, they had the captain and the lieutenant.
Yeah.
With in Mexico.
But they were just like Mexican versions of them.
yeah, they're Mexican versions.
It's really funny.
Wait, really? That
Yeah.
He has like a mustache. The guy has a mustache,
really?
and
I
they're
love
wearing
that.
like the same clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
it's really funny. And then they say stupid stuff. It's funny. Okay, so y'all are done. Are you
Yes.
done, Emma? Okay.
That's one of my favorite episodes. I really like Mexico.
Okay. I'll go through mine quick because I always have a lot. So first, they didn't prep him to meet Lola.
I know. No one knew Lola existed.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
He's
right?
like,
Yeah,
Lola
she was like
who?
the
And
main
she's like,
communicator of the
yeah.
whole thing, too.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Who is this?" And yeah, so y'all get what I'm saying.
How many
Yes.
Lolas
Should've
do you
prepped
know?
Like,
And
she
he's
would
like,
have never... Yeah, he would not have known enough to go in there and be good at that.
Because he preps him for all of that. Like, boom, I know this is this, and then the first person that shows up, who's this? Stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one's weak, but everyone knows who Frankie is, but nobody knows what he looks like. Because everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, Frankie De Palma. And once they drop his name, they're like, oh, you're Frankie De Palma? I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
how well known is this guy?
Maybe
Like,
it's not... But also with the magazine phone thing, the Times, no one
Times.
sees photos of people. It's
It's
all
word of
names.
mouth.
The
It's
names
word
are
of
what mean
mouth.
things.
That's what I was more thinking. The more mobster thing was like, you don't want people to know your face. And that's why you wouldn't know.
But it's also
But
like...
I just thought it was strange that everyone knew him, but nobody knew. I don't know.
I might also be like recognizing him, like, hey, watch where you're going. Oh my god, are you George Clooney? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
People do that all the time.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
You think?
Emma
People
did that. She met
recognize me.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and she didn't know.
no way.
I was also like
6.
a wee child.
She was
Yeah,
pretty
no.
young.
He came and pet my dog, and I was like, cool.
Say it louder to the people.
We were at Starbucks, and Leonardo DiCaprio comes out of Starbucks, and me and my sister are chilling with our dog, and he comes and he pets it. He's like, he talks to us for a minute about the dog, and we're like, okay, cool, awesome. I thought it was just some random guy. And then 2 minutes later, my uncle comes out of the store. He's like, do you know who that was? And I was like, a guy who wanted to pet my dog. He's like, Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, okay. I honestly didn't even know who that was. He was like Titanic, and I was like, maybe.
Who? When?
Now it pains me. Now it honestly pains me that I met him. Like, I bet he looked really good then, too.
Yeah, you were
Who-
probably
That was a long
like
time ago.
10.
I was 10.
Yeah.
When?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna Google what he looked like in 2010.
Wait.
What? Pretty much enough where you would have recognized him if you knew who he was, but
But who? Like, where did this happen?
In, LA.
Beverly Hills.
We were in LA at Starbucks.
Oh,
Wow, that is so cool.
yeah.
What the frig? It looks just like him.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Like, he's
Wait,
he's gonna
you're
look
watching,
the
you're watching Titanic, you're like, that's the guy who pet my dog.
same. Can you imagine? I recognize that. Okay, all right, my next one is Monk gets a new fridge, and he's totally cool with it. Like,
Oh,
Monk
is it weird
doesn't-
about the
Well,
fridge?
just Monk
Yeah.
never changes anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of weird
I
that he
didn't think
gets a
about
new
that.
fridge.
That's
Right?
true.
It's a little strange. Like, it would be like, remember the toaster?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the toaster in the bank? You saw the bank? He doesn't want to buy a new toaster.
Yeah.
And he's willing to, like, let the apartment burn down instead of getting a new toaster. But he has a new fridge. I mean, I guess, to be fair, if your fridge breaks down...
You can't really fix
You
that. Like, it's
can't,
cold.
like-
Doesn't keep food cold. You can't
Yeah,
use it.
that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's see. Monk takes off his wedding ring. Have we ever seen Monk take his wedding ring off?
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
He did when he takes his rings off.
Really easily, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
because I didn't remember it.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure there's other times where he's like, I can't take this off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly, but I feel like that's true. Feel free, anyone out there, to disprove that. If he takes his ring off easily.
He didn't even take it off for Layla. She's
And
literally
falls in love.
Lola, but like foreign.
Okay.
Doppelganger. No, just kidding. Okay, and then also the FBI agent or the captain, they didn't warn him about the crazy guy that throws the pans. Remember him and Leonard, they go into the place.
Oh, and they weren't like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't say anything.
They didn't
that was good.
prep him. Because remember, Monk even goes in and he's like, hey, I'm Adrian Monk. I'm a police officer. That guy was senile. He wouldn't have cared.
No, honestly, what was the point of them going in and seeing, just to prove that this man was, like, taking meds or something? Like, what was the point of them even going in to, like, what was the point of that scene?
Well,
The
for
captain.
one, that
They
was
were trying
like
to get them into, and they're trying to
They're
get
trying
him
to protect
into.
him. I understand that,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Why'd they even show us that?
I don't know.
Well, no, I was gonna what I was gonna
the
say.
guy just dying. That didn't make any sense either.
So Monk didn't have to kill him.
Well, yeah,
but
no.
like, how did he just die? Like, we just like let
He just-
okay.
he
We're like, he
literally-
happened to die the day Monk was gonna come kill him.
That's pretty convenient.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, and they just pretended like, yeah, that's literally what happened.
what
It is what
yeah.
happened, yeah.
So we're just
Yeah.
But still, Monk didn't have to kill him.
Okay,
This
that's
is
a plot hole.
that's
That
also we're
plot
talking
hole.
about plot
It
convenience.
would have been so
like-
easy for them to just not make him senile, but him refusing to come with the captain and Randy, and then going with Monk.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. What she said was, I think the reason they had that scene was so that Randy and the captain could have a scene.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have one.
Yeah.
I think that was the point. And so they just did something kooky, but it didn't fit later when they didn't tell Monk that he was crazy.
I agree.
Okay, my very last one is, how is it not completely forced storyline? Remember, he's in LA, and Harold happens to be on vacation in LA.
See, that's why I was confused. I was like, I thought they were in like Florida, genuinely, and then like Harold was on vacation in Florida. I was like, okay, cool. But they're down the street, apparently.
Well, it's not down the street though. Well, but I mean that's true. Harold has like an I Heart LA shirt, and he literally says, "Oh, you're on
he
vacation
was.
too," and you know what I mean. So it's like they literally had to force in that Harold was also on vacation,
I kind of
Yeah.
like that.
just to have Harold have a scene.
I think it was nice though.
I
It
liked
was
it.
super
It was a
nice.
good
It
time.
was
loved
so
it.
good.
I love
Exactly. We love it. We don't
But yeah,
care.
but I
But it's
agree.
just it's fun to point out. So
It's true.
I'm finally done. Okay.
Yay.
Next. That's what he does. Yay.
Yeah, I
Done
do.
talking. Yay. Okay. Next one is.
How
crazy
crazy
was
was
Monk
Monk
this
this
episode?
episode? Plus crazy moments. Kandyce, what is your object? Beep boop bop.
Okay. I put out of 10 demi lips.
That's what I put.
Is it really?
Yeah. I didn't put demi lips exactly, but I put
Demi-lips.
out of 10 $40 steps.
Oh, okay. That was
Oh,
the dude.
that was what he called the
He was like,
floor.
it's not even a lip, it's a demi lip.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
That's a good one.
don't know
I
what
put,
Did I put anything?
no, I put mobster fedoras.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Out of Mobster Fedora.
Out of 10 Val Lauren.
The guy who wasn't even in the
episode. Yeah, no. You're not getting that one. Sir. Okay, are you
Wait,
ready
so what
for
was Noah's?
My what?
He said out of 10 $40 steps. That's cute too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
might.
had another one.
I'm gonna
other
change
one was
it.
frying pan.
Oh, it's good.
My other one was grapes.
The grapes.
Both contain grapes.
That was really funny. Yeah, I love that part.
Out of 46, I repeat, 6 out of 40.
Oh, that was
Out of
good.
6, I repeat, 6 towels.
that was like out of 10. Like out
Yeah.
of,
Terry
yeah.
cloth.
Terry cloth towels. Possibly Egyptian
God.
Dang, we had so many. We're so good at this. Oh my gosh.
I was also thinking out of 10 Marley Me's, but that was it.
That's good. Okay, all right. Emma, he never does crazy moments. I have the list, but can you think of any off the top of your head?
Crazy moments?
Yeah.
Like,
From
what
Monk.
do we
From Monk.
what do we classify as crazy?
Anything you want. If you
Him
think if you
narrating
think it was
the
weird, then I usually write it down. But I'll,
I wrote that, like, the entire thing was crazy.
okay.
I just thought he was acting so weird this episode, like I said.
yeah,
like,
he was. Yeah.
That's
I
how
just
he
I
is.
just write down the specific.
No, I know,
things.
I know.
Okay.
Can you think of anything, though?
anything specific? The scene where he was yelling at everyone, where he slowly was turning into Frankie.
Yeah. I would say whatever he breaks character to pay $20. He's like, oh my god, fine.
Yeah. I put he won't pay the guy and then he wants his 50 cents back. That's what I put.
50 cents.
And then I didn't put what you put. Whenever what did you say? He was being mean to them and like yelling at them. I put the Adrian de Monk. Whenever he says that to Lola.
Yes, that part was bad.
Because she kisses him and he's like, and she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Adrian de Monk."
Yeah.
I put that. And then whenever the guy comes in and he's like, "No, you got to do this hit right now." He's getting real mad, and he's like, "No, I gotta whack somebody in Pasadena. I already bought the bullets." When Natalie tells him to stare the guy down, and Monk's like, "I've never want to stare down. I'm 0 for 5." Okay, when he doesn't see that him and Frankie look identical until he covers up the tie. When he remembers everything, and then he blanks, and then he remembers, and then he blanks. When he first goes into the room, and then he touches the number. It's like,
oh yes,
he touches the number. And then, of course, all the narration that we did with the blackboard, the chalk, the fruit,
the lamp.
Can't stop touching the lamp. What's wrong with me? Can't stop touching the lamp.
Announces that.
Can't stop still touching the lamp. That is so bad. That is so bad. Whenever the guy, he doesn't want to tip the guy, and then he goes back and he's asking Lola, and he's like, "So who's the target?" And she's like, "I don't know who the target is." And he's like, "I hope it was the waiter."
Oh.
That was a good one.
Wait,
and then
that one.
There was the one where he won't drink the champagne, like he tipping back.
He's like, she's like, "You're not even drinking it."
He's like, what is he? He's like champagne or something.
Oh yeah, because he brings it in, he rolls it in, he's like,
bottles
champagne.
of champagne.
Champagne. That's good. Okay, of course, Natalie T. Gerb. It's French Canadian. He wants warm iced tea. It tastes like BM. Do you want to be in the obituary section tomorrow? Section D?
I remember that.
He was utterly wrong. And then he wants to put the guy 10 feet under. Not 6 feet, 10 feet. Just whatever.
Like, that's how I like to do it.
I also liked whenever he's like threatening people but not threatening them, and he's like fixing his tie, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
It's like, "What, your tie was crooked?" And everyone's like, "Oh, forget I asked."
And then also whenever the guy goes to handshake him,
the part with the cigar where he didn't cut it.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, that's such a great one. I totally missed that. They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, It's
better this way.
It's too
too
easy.
Oh
yeah. You're supposed to cut the tip off. It's too easy. Which, is that a plot hole?
And I was also surprised that smoke. I know he was like breathing it in hard. Yeah. So I was like, he wouldn't even try that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that's a plot
mega
hole.
plot hole.
Yeah. Okay. We're done? Oh no, we're not.
No,
what are we rating? Oh, you were gonna say something.
Oh, I was gonna say
shaking hands.
That whenever he would shake, the guy went to shake his hand, and he was like super gangster, but he didn't mean to be. I was like, ooh! I was like, wait a minute, that's Mom. He just doesn't do that.
Yep, that's a good one too. I didn't even write that one down. There's so many. I missed so many. Okay, out of 10 $40 stares, what did you rate him? How crazy was he?
I rated him a 6 out of 10. Okay. I feel like...
Is he usually crazier? Mine was pretty high.
Okay, out of 10... What did you say? Out of 10 mobster fedoras, what did you say?
8.
Yeah, 8's pretty good.
Okay, out of 10 demi-lips, I put 8.
Oh, see?
Wow.
I put his impression was really good. Like, because, you know, at first he's not crazy because he's being someone else, but then he literally became someone else. So then you had to give him more. Like, you had to. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I put 8. 8, 6. We're on the same page. I like it.
Have you gotten a 10 before?
I think so. Not this season.
Oh, yeah. But a few seasons ago, Monk, like, joined a cult.
Oh. Yeah, he hallucinated his therapist, like, the whole time. He's done some crazy stuff.
I'm interested.
Yeah, he went in a submarine and thought his therapist was in there, and he just wasn't.
Yeah, he was just talking to him the whole time.
And he's like, I have to be strong and brave for Natalie.
Oh, so you're just talking to oh, no.
Yeah. She's just a girl.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready for the final segment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Rate this episode. All right, Emma, your rating probably won't count if we don't like it.
Yeah,
But-
well, it probably won't. Just to be fair. To
Oh,
all the
because
other
y'all
episodes.
average them.
Yeah,
or
at
what?
the end of the
and we
season,
rank
we
them.
put them on. But we still obviously all want to know what you thought of this episode.
You can go first.
Do you want to go?
Okay.
First?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I mean, because mine's gonna be high, so I don't think you want to put it in, because maybe it will skew it a bit. Because I just really like this episode. I haven't seen a lot of them.
Mine's higher. So.
I was gonna put like 9 because I just like seeing.
Oh.
I like seeing Monk like that, even though he was like being weird. It was cool. I liked it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right, Noah.
I
What are you going for?
rated it a 9.5.
All
Like,
right.
It was 10 level, but there was just the little things like the fact that all of this is based off a plot hole. Don't like it.
Yeah.
It ruins it for me.
Okay. All right. So how I do it is I think that Monk is so great that all the episodes deserve a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I give all the episodes a 10, and then I just go up from there. So Noah will convert after I'm done saying. Okay. So to me, this episode is a standout. I love undercover episodes in general, but this was a perfect persona for Monk to pull off. Of course, Tony Shalhoub does amazing. This episode is so fun. Natalie Teagerb is a hoot. But yes, a very memorable one for me. And it lived up to my rewatch expectations, which some episodes don't.
This really
This
did.
one really, really did. So I'm going with a 10.975.
Wow.
9.75
That's really good.
Yeah.
out of 10.
It is pretty good.
So
But I honestly thought about rating it higher. I actually pulled myself back because I was thinking if there's other good episodes, I'm going to
can't,
have
you have no
to...
room.
Yeah, I have no room. So I gave some area for like some 9.85s, 9.95s, 9.9s. Very specific, but I had to. I mean, I can't see many episodes other than the ones that are going to get a 10 being as good as this one. I thought it was great. So
that's the highest we've had all season, right?
it's got to
9.65.
Oh, well, no, because... No, wait. I don't know, because I rated The Foreign Man a 10, and you rated it a 9, so that's a 9.5.
Yeah,
So what
this is
one?
higher.
Okay.
This is a 6.25.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
You're here
all
for a
right.
good one,
I was
Emma.
here for a good one.
You were here for a good one. I like that. All right. Okay, guys, we are done. Thank you so much for Emma coming to the studio. It was amazingly fantastic. We're so
a lot
glad
of
that
fun.
you decided to join us. And where can the people find your stuff? Because, you know, Emma, she makes the masks. And
She's the
And
master.
And the hoodies. And
yeah,
the
she
merch.
made our merch. So if you have
Yeah.
one of our hoodies, she made it.
Yeah,
welcome.
you can
She's the E
find
CEO.
our embroidery shop on Instagram at Made in Love and on TikTok at Made in Love.
So is that exactly
USA.
how it is? Like,
No, it's
No
at Made.
spaces.
Okay, wait. On TikTok, it's at Made in Love USA, just typed out, and then on Instagram, it's at Made in L.O.V.E.
okay, that's good. All right. So jot that down, put it in your phone, give her a follow, give her a like, buy some merch, buy some of her stuff, do all the things. Thank you for joining us. Noah, do you have any final words?
Give Noah a kiss.
Give Candace a kiss.
Emma,
Come on.
you're just saying give him a kiss.
No, I honestly... this is the backstory. This is the backstory.
Wait, is this something that's normal?
No, this is the backstory. So one time, Noah, I don't know why, he just said, "Give me a kiss," and went to the and I was like, Noah, oh my gosh, that's so awkward. Please don't do that ever again. And then he kept doing it every episode, and so now it's super normal to me. And then now it's weird. It's weird, but most of the time, because we're just like, all right, bye, and then we either say give Noah a kiss, or he just goes. Right before the it's
Really
like
what ends?
it's so random and weird. So
Oh my gosh,
that's
that's
the
funny.
story of it. So okay, we'll sign off now that we've indoctrinated Emma.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Junk Monk Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us at Junk Monk Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
If you want to know more about Kandyce, she's at Hardens and Hardhats on Instagram. And if you want to know more about me, Noah L., subscribe to my vlog, Noah Hernandez, on YouTube. Also, you can leave us a voicemail at 323-366-0477 with your questions, comments, or just to show us some love.
Don't forget to catch up on Monk with Amazon Prime Video, and of course, subscribe to our show.
You'll thank me later.